In today's video, I want to introduce you to the newest member of the underwater filmmaking schools family. Please say hi to the Canon EOS C200 cinema camera. And welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in again. If you're new to this channel, my name is Matthias and I'm an underwater cinematographer and filmmaker based in Zurich, Switzerland. Now here on this channel, what we do is talk about underwater filmmaking. So we talk about tips and tricks on how to get better shots while filming underwater. We also do gear reviews, tutorials, and we share some animal behavior videos with you guys on this channel. So if any of this is of interest to you, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and also that little notification bell so you do get notified whenever we release a new video. But let's get to today's video and the Canon C200, the newest member in our underwater filmmaking schools family. Now in this video I want to share with you my 4 reasons why I decided to get the Canon C200, which is obviously gonna become my A camera from now on. I will be using it to film all my above land stuff from now on anyways, and I will also use it to film my underwater footage as soon as I get the appropriate housing for it as well. So let's get into those reasons right away. Reason number 1 why I've decided to upgrade to the C200 is because I felt that I wanted to start shooting raw underwater. There's nothing wrong with the equipment that I'm using right now. There's nothing wrong with the GH5 or the GH5S. They produce stunning underwater images, but they don't shoot in RAW. They've got a 10-bit 4:2 option that I've mostly used when shooting underwater anyways, but lately I've had the feeling that I do want to just have more flexibility when it comes to post-production and correcting the footage that I film underwater. So that was the first reason for me to actually consider the C200. Now I know there's other cameras out there, smaller cameras maybe as well, that do shoot RAW internally, but I was actually attracted to the C200 because it has actually a certain size and weight to it. Now underwater it's not always desirable to have the smallest possible rig that you can imagine, simply because to achieve stable shots underwater it is a lot easier if you have a rig that is a little bulkier, a little heavier. It's just gonna handle much easier in the water. And I've struggled a little, basically always, with the smaller rigs underwater. Not that my rig is really small, but I've just always felt like it's difficult to achieve perfect neutral buoyancy with that rig. So if you look at the housings that are available for the C200, they are more sort of box stores, square-shaped housings, and I imagine it's going to be easier with those housings to achieve perfect neutral buoyancy and therefore get more stable shots underwater. And that's why this is my second reason, the bulkier, bigger body of the camera, why I've decided to go with the C200. Reason number 3 why the C200 was right on the top of my wish list is because it has become manageable when we talk about cost. Now, I'm not saying that this camera is cheap, by no means. $5,500 US is still a lot of money for a camera, but the price of the C200 has come down quite a bit in recent months. simply because Canon has released and is releasing quite a few very impressive cameras in the past couple of months, like the C300 Mark III and the C500 Mark II. So the price of the C200 has actually dropped by quite a bit. It used to be somewhere around 7,000 or 8,000, and now it's come down to around 5,500 US dollars. So that was also a reason for me to actually go for the C200. And last but not least, reason number 4 why I've decided to go for the Canon C200 is simply because I also wanted a camera that I can use for my land-based client projects. Now, my little production company here in Zurich has grown over the past couple of years a little bit, and it seemed appropriate to upgrade my equipment as well, and the C200 seems to be a really good match for the type of clientele that I'm having right now at this moment. Talking from a financial standpoint, it absolutely made sense to me to get a camera that I can use for my client projects that are mostly land-based, as well as for my YouTube and other underwater-based projects that I will be doing in the near future. And there you go. Those are my 4 reasons why I personally decided that the C200 would be a good addition to the underwater filmmaking school's family. And I'm really excited for the time ahead and for the journey that awaits us. I can't wait to take this camera underwater for the very first time and shoot with it underwater and see what it can do and what it is capable of. Now, this obviously won't happen before I get a housing for the camera. As far as I know, there is 2 companies that make housings for the C200, which would be Nauticam and the company Gates. Now, I don't really have any preference to either of those 2 companies. I've used housings from both of them already for different cameras that I've had in the past, and I've liked them both. So Nauticam or Gates, if you guys are watching and if you have a C200 housing lying around in your warehouse that you would want to send out for someone to test, please send me an email, get in touch with me. I'll be more than happy to take that housing and take it for a test spin before obviously returning it back to you. But yeah, feel free to get in touch with me, and if anyone else knows of any other company that does housings for the Canon C200, feel free to get in touch with me as well. I'm more than happy to test any housing. I really want to get a really neutral and good view on what housing options are available on the market for the C200. And now I'm really curious to hear your thoughts about me getting the C200. What do you think about it? Do you think it's an overkill? Are you as excited as I am to see the first footage taken with that camera underwater? Well, not the first footage in general, but my first footage with that camera underwater. Please share your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to engage in that conversation with you. And obviously, I can't wait to share with you the experiences I will be making with the C200 in the near future. And that was it for today's video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your time. And as always, I hope that you enjoyed today's video, that you got something out of it, that it was entertaining even. If that's the case, please do hit that like button. You know it means a lot to me, and also consider subscribing to the channel so you're not missing out on any content that will be uploaded here in the future. Thanks again for your time. I will go and play a little with my new toy, and I will see you in the next video. See you there.